sister Charlotte and I spent 1 month in the Philippines, and honestly, we could have stayed way longer. We loved it so much here. This was our favorite country in all of Southeast Asia. Cebu and El Nido were the two islands we spent most of our time on, so I figured I will let you guys know our favorite things to do on these islands. But before we jump into the video, if you're new to my channel, my name is Camilla and I make travel videos here on YouTube. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. I have several travel guides you can check out, everything from Guatemala, Tulum, Norway, and Thailand, and now Philippines. So without further ado, here you go, top 8 things to do in Cebu and El Nido. Number 8 is the Sky Experience Adventure in Cebu. This theme park is located on the rooftop of the Crown Regency Hotel and Towers right in the heart of Cebu City. We actually stayed at the hotel, but it's open for everyone. First, you take the elevator up to the 19th floor reception where you get your tickets, then you head to the 38th floor where the rooftop park is located.
So you're gonna show me the rooftop?
Yes, my private suite upstairs.
Oh, nice. How much is it a night?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, you see the cables up there? That's for the zip line. That is crazy. This is where you get your helmet that you use out here on the platform.
We did not try out any of the activities, we mainly went there for the view. That must be one of the most amazing views of Cebu City. There are several different things you can do. Climb on the wall super close to the edge, take the zipline over to another tower above Cebu City, or ride the Edge roller coaster that actually leans forward when you enter it, so you basically look straight down 130 meters. I'll link their website below so you can check out their prices if you're interested in a real adrenaline rush. But a disclaimer, I have to say it looks a bit run down, so don't blame me if something happens. Number 7 on the list is renting scooters. This is something we did everywhere we stayed. This is the absolute best way to explore and meet the locals. Traffic can of course be a bit scary at first, but you just wear a helmet and drive carefully and you should be fine. I should mention that Charlotte does have a driver license, but they didn't ask for it. But as always, do your own research. We rented a scooter in Cebu for a day, and of course we got a pink one. I think we paid around 500 pesos for one day. We got to drive around and visit the locals, and it was so much fun. We just went to a local scooter rental close to our apartment. When we were in Bantayan, we got to rent one of the scooters they had at the hotel, and we only rented that one for a few hours and paid around 300 pesos. The last place we rented a scooter was in El Nido. We rented it for these girls located in the main street in El Nido right by the water. We again paid around 500 pesos and we used it to drive to Nacpan Beach. Moving on to number 6 is a place called the Birdhouse in El Nido. I'm not sure how many people know about this place, but the view from here is stunning. It's actually a small boutique hotel offering 5 luxury tents. You don't have to be a hotel guest to visit. They have a restaurant you can eat at and daily sunset yoga sessions at 5 p.m. offering a stunning view. We took a tricycle to Las Cabanas beach. We then walked down all the stairs to the beach, then we walked along the beach until we got to the path that took us through the jungle and up a lot of stairs again.
So what we didn't know when we got here is since they have the best view, you have to walk all the way up. And it's a lot of steps left. I think we're halfway. We have all that left.
We came there to enjoy the scenery and eat at the restaurant. The decor of this place is very cool, super chill bohemian vibe. They also have some cats there you can cuddle with, which is always a huge plus. One thing I have to mention is that we did not like the food. I had vegetable curry and Charlotte had spaghetti with pesto and ciabatta. And all of it was actually so bad we had to send it back. It looked nice though, but it was just super watery, tasteless, and cold. Maybe the chef had a bad day. They did have games you could play while you waited for your food, which was fun. We would totally come back for yoga class here. I'll leave the link below so you can check them out too. Number 5 is Bantayan Canyoneering in Kawasan Falls in Cebu. There are several ways you can get to Bantayan and Kawasan Falls. You can either take the bus from Cebu City at 5 a.m. and it takes you around 4 hours to get there. Or you can stay in Aslab or Molbol the night before. We stayed in Aslab and it took us around 45 minutes to get there. I read it's supposed to take around 30 minutes with a bus from Molbol. There was not too many crowds at the Bantayan Canyoneering when we got there. We went with Triple K Canyoneering and I think we paid around 1,000 pesos per person. You can rent shoes there if you don't have good shoes. When you're ready, you jump on their scooter which takes you through a beautiful forest with palm trees everywhere. As I said in my last video, I don't have too much footage from the actual canyoneering because my GoPro had a bad day. I have to warn you, the first cliff jump was pretty scary and high and I was not prepared for it.
Wait, don't push me, don't push me. No! Oh!
Context, I broke my back when I was younger jumping in the water, so I can be a bit nervous sometimes. But the guides took such good care of us and I felt super safe the whole time. After about 2 hours, we headed over to Kawasan Falls. Kawasan Falls looks amazing and it's a lot of nice scenery on the way. But there was so many tourists when we were there, so it wasn't exactly as I had imagined it. But after doing some reading afterwards, the pro tip is to get there early, like 7, before the cafe is even open. Don't get me wrong, it's totally worth coming here. The water is super pretty blue color and the waterfall is impressive. I think it cost us around 40 pesos to enter the Kawasan Falls. Number 4 is Nacpan Beach. This is one of the most famous beaches in the Philippines and some people even call it the most beautiful beach in the world. It's located about 40 minutes away from El Nido, so you either have to rent a scooter or take a bus to get there. We rented a scooter and decided to drive ourselves. That might not have been the smartest choice back then.
Okay, they told us we should not drive to Nacpan Beach if it had rained within 2 days. It should not rain for 2 days before you go here because the roads get so muddy and slippery. And it's been raining all day, but we really wanted to see it. But it's pretty scary. And I think we have about 15 more minutes to go.
At the end though, we actually managed to get there and it was totally worth the drive. This beach is so beautiful.
Okay, so after 1.5 hours with dirt roads, muddy roads, slippery roads, driving and everything crazy, we made it to Nacpan Beach. It's really beautiful here. I'm gonna show you more of the beach. It's really not that many people here. Probably like 30 people here altogether. It's really crazy. The beach is really long, and if we had more time, right now it's 3:30, so we can't stay here too long because we have to drive back before it gets dark because it was so hard to drive. But yeah, if we had more time here, we would probably check out the area all the way over there and over there. For now, this works and it's so beautiful here.
You can actually stay at the hostel here on the beach. The most common one is Mad Monkey. We couldn't watch the whole sunset because we had to drive back before it got dark. But the view we had on our way back was so pretty. Number 3 on my list is Las Cabanas in El Nido. I love this beach so much. The vibe, landscape, and sunsets are just beyond this world. It's about a 10-15 minute scooter ride away from El Nido town. We parked our scooter along the main road and walked down a lot of stairs to the beach. They have a super cute bar with several different cocktails and some bar food. The bar was also playing great music every time we were there. I like the size of this beach a lot. You can go for a long walk and explore. At the end of the beach is where they have the zip line. We will definitely try this the next time we visit. This place is not so busy during the day, but right before the sunset takes place, most people will show up and watch it together. It's actually one of the best sunset spots I ever been to. It also helped that they had a lot of cute dogs walking around. But honestly though, if you are in El Nido, you have to go here. It's just too good to miss out on. Number 2 is the famous island tours in El Nido. I know I've been throwing the word beautiful around like confetti, but it's true. The island tours here in Philippines are the most beautiful island tours I ever been on. The landscape here is just so insanely stunning. There are a few different island tours you can choose from, but the most known ones are Tour A, B, C, and D. We booked our tours at the hostel we stayed at. We did Tour A, and a few days later we did Tour C.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here in El Nido, and we are actually on our way to a tour today. And we're doing Tour A or Tour C? Tour A. It is the most popular tour. Tour A and Tour C is the one everyone is doing. So we thought just to do one, see if it's overcrowded, then we'll just do a less popular one after.
You buy the tickets at this office and the price is about 1,200 pesos. The office usually have very cute guard dogs you can cuddle with. The tour lasts for about 7 hours and you have food included. During Tour A, you get to visit a few of their lagoons, beaches, and go to some nice snorkeling spots. The beaches are so pretty, and some of them even have tiny bars where you can buy drinks and some fruit. We were pretty lucky when we were at the big lagoon because there was almost no people there.
Hey. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Cool. Spending time with my favorite person and my favorite island and my favorite bathing suit.
After some exploring, we headed over to another island to go snorkeling. And it was so beautiful there. It was a lot of waves, but the snorkeling was amazing. I still can't get over how clear the water is. After a lot of swimming, we headed back to the boat, then we went to another island where we did some kayaking.
Oh, this is
Hey.
This was so much fun. The lagoon is stunning. After a while, we found our own little beach and relaxed there for a bit before we headed back to the boat and drove back home.
So this is our private island, at least for a few minutes. How is it going? Oh.
Oh yeah.
I'm very hungry.
I'm hangry.
Okay, eat.
Let's do it.
At Tour C, you buy the tickets at the same place as you did for Tour A. This time it was another boat agency, but it was just as much fun.
Good morning, everyone. By the look of it, you can probably tell it's really early in the morning. My face is super tired. Right now it's 8:30 and we are getting ready for Tour C. You ready for the tour?
Yeah.
Perfect. You gonna get sunburned today?
Probably a little bit. Need a little bit more time.
Yeah, you need it. This is how we enter the boat. Just walk in the water like this.
It's a lot of similar experience, like visiting the beaches, snorkeling, and eating on the beach. I feel like this tour was a bit more snorkeling, which is great.
This is the first stop on Tour C. We are now on Helicopter Island. It's called Helicopter Island because it looks like a helicopter. I can't see it because we crashed our drone, but I can see this. Woo!
As I said, we got to be a lot more in the water on this tour, and Charlotte and I love that so much. We did a lot of swimming and we had so much fun. Another cool thing about these tours is that they have these guys who cruise around in their kayaks and sell us drinks. They have several different sodas and beers, and it's like a floating bar service. But yeah, if you are in El Nido, make sure you do one of these tours. It's so worth it. And finally, number 1 on my list is Bantayan Island in Cebu. This little island is located in the northern end of Cebu Island. We took a bus from Cebu City to Bantayan. You can see the full travel route in my last video linked above. We stayed at St. Bernard's Resort, which was located right on the beach. It was such a cute little area and we were so happy with the location. The reason why this is number 1 on my list is because there were no other tourists there, and the landscape was so incredibly beautiful. We woke up super early and got one of the local fishermen to drive us to an island called Virgin Island. You can also stop on the way and do some snorkeling. We explored a lot of the island and it was so cool there.
So we made it here to Virgin Islands and it's really cute. They have like a lot of cute signage everywhere. They have this path going to the cliff jumping area and they have like a lot of cactuses with people's name on it. It's really cute. It's like a little love island.
After a while, we headed back to Bantayan Island and watched a local basketball game and drove around on our scooter where we met a lot of locals. It was just so peaceful there and I would love to spend more time there. Even though it is a bit of a trip to get there, it's totally worth it. So that wraps up my top 8 things to do in Cebu and El Nido. Let me know if you agree or if there are any other things people should do when they're here. Write it down below. I hope you liked this video and please hit the like button if you did. And of course subscribe if you want to make sure you don't miss out on my next Philippines video. Thank you guys so much for watching and I really appreciate all the comments and love you've been giving on my previous videos. Keep it up and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!